Yes, and the thermostat up 2 points. See it right in there. On a cold November day. So our Kundalini sequence is for the nervous system. And I was talking with Lily about dog training because she's working. Somebody got a teeny tiny little fuzzy pit bull. It's going to be an enormous pit bull. And she's helping the woman. And I said, Lily, what do you think is the best suggestion that you could give her right now while she's very small? And she went off and read and watched and did things and came back and said, Mom, they have to put the crate in the middle of the living room and put the dog bed in and put a toy in and get the dog used to going in on its own. And you put the cage here and the dog goes in and you sit next to it and you have a book or whatever, and they know that that's okay. They know they're with you. And they can see out and they trot out and you put him back, and everybody gets comfortable with this. And the idea being, and then you don't stay with them. So the dog goes into the crate and the dog is calm. And then visitors come, and sounds are going on, and there's kitchen, and somebody's running, and you can throw a ball across the room. You want to stimulate the room, and the dog learns not to become agitated. It doesn't have to bark. There's a lot going on, but the dog doesn't have to have a lot going on. I'm in my space. I can see everyone. I'm included. But what you want is a dog that's lying at attention, watching. And I thought, that's exactly what we want from our nervous system. Oh, look, there's a lot of stuff going on. That's fantastic. That's interesting. I can perceive it. I can process it. I can choose a response. But I'm not running across the room to chase the ball, and I'm not jumping on the guest that comes in the door. That I've created a space where I know how to go inside and create a quality of quiet. And so that's everything that our Kundalini is doing. I don't know if you've been doing it and you have to do we're working up to 8 minutes of going like this. And so this sequence for the body, hyperconditions of the nervous system manifest in two kinds of people. Those who are sedentary physically, but they're hyperactive mentally, like a high-stressed, overworked professional at their desk. And then there are those who are hyperactive mentally and physically, who obsessively drive themselves in everything they do. In both cases, hyper people are stressed out mentally and physically, and they're often highly reactive emotionally. They can feel tight or wound up or jittery. Both conditions manifest similarly, but they're quite different. So the strategy is to move from big movements down into quieter and more subtle movements, and then really slow down into stillness and take the stillness into breath. And then what you're doing is you're internalizing that activity, and you're actually just giving it like the dog going into its bed. And yep, there's a lot going on, and I know how to calm myself, and I know how to take all my strength and use it in a different way. And I was like, that's cool. I want to do that. So come to lie down on your back. If you have it, 3 blocks will be great. If you don't have 3 blocks, that's fantastic. Don't worry. Oh. So feet as wide as the mat, arms wide out to the sides. Let your knees begin to move softly side to good side. And on your back, you're making space in your abdomen. So let your inhalation lift your rib cage away from your hips. Let the breath come in and out. You can use your mouth, you can use your nose, you can reach into your hands. You are stretching internally, getting a little bit longer and longer and longer through the abdomen. And then let your knees fall to the right and just pause. And let your left inner knee be heavy. And the left hip will rise and come a little forward. And just play with that. And let the left hand come a little higher.
And open from your left kneecap to your left hip, from your hip to your left lung, from your lung through your armpit to your left hand. And then side to side. And notice the left side versus the right. And then the knees fall to the left side. And your right inner knee drops down. Your right hip will come a little forward. Your right hand goes a little higher. And your attention slides from your right kneecap to your right hip. Your right hip to your right lung, through your armpit to your fingertips. And again, back through the center, just 3 more times. Feeling that there's a little more length between your navel, your hips, and your pubic bone. And into the center, draw your hands to your right shin, draw your right shin to your body, left leg goes long. Good. Keep the left hand to the shin, take your right hand overhead, stand in your left heel and reach into your right hand. So the left heel wants to pull the hips skew, square the hips. And the right hand wants to pull the shoulders skew, square the shoulders, and feel the rectangle of left hip, right shoulder, left shoulder. Keep that. Change arms, legs. So right hand, left shin. Press into your right heel. Flex your feet. Square your hips. Press the back of your head down. Lengthen the back of your neck. And then change hands. That's exhale. On the inhale, change hands. Exhale, press. Inhale, change. Each one is a press. And it's as though you were trying to close a drawer with your heel. And you're pressing your heel and your foot out of the body without losing the rectangle of hips and shoulders. So the legs are strong like a piston. And now your arms are strong, bringing your knee a little closer to your chest and reaching overhead without distorting that rectangle. And now you keep all of it, but let the pace begin to increase a little bit. To press, to press, to press. And if you pick up the pace, you inhale one side, you exhale the other. And you start to get a little longer and a little warmer through the center of your body. You can stay right here or bicycle it out. Hands behind your head and elbow to the knee. The legs keep pressing. The hips are square. The spine is long. Your toes draw back. 5, 4, 3. Coming right into the middle of your body. 2. Good. 1. And feet flat. Hands wide, notice the navel. Let the exhalation be large and full, that you're releasing what you've carried. And as you do, you'll get a little longer. Take 2 blocks, one in each hand, lift your hips, put them on their bellies, lowest setting, and put their sides together. So you've made a rectangle right under the backs of your hips. Feet flat, left palm to the floor, arms straight. And the right hand comes overhead. Turn your heels a little wide, your toes a little in. And now your right knee moves softly side to side. And the left palm presses down, and the right hip opens, and the right shoulder opens, just for 3. So use the left hand on the floor, 2. Bring your right hand down, palm to the floor, left hand overhead. Let your left knee move a little in and out. And you are making length all the way from your left inner thigh, left inner hip crease, through the back of your abdomen, all the way to the armpit. Good. And then bring your hand down. Pause. Press your feet. Lift your hips. Put the blocks belly to belly so they're on their side. Left hand down, right hand overhead. Let your right knee move. Get a little higher. Tuck your right shoulder under. And keeping your left foot where it is, straighten your right leg, put your right heel to the floor, draw your right toes back. Now right hand, open and close your fist. And let your right side be so strong. Stand in your right heel, good. Make a fist with your right hand, press your left hand down, be firm, be clear, go 3, 2, and then right hand opens, right foot flat, bend your knee, hand down, notice the right side body. Left hand overhead, and let your left knee move a little bit side to side. Let your hips come a little higher, let your shoulders tuck under. Feel the release of your left hip and abdomen. Good. Left leg straightens, heel to the floor, toes point up. Open your left hand wide, press your right hand into the floor. Get strong. And now fist in the left hand and open. And fist and open. And each time you do, there's a change through the shoulder, through the hip, through the heel, through the knee. Open, close. Open, close. One more. Now hold a tight fist. Press your heel down. Press the back of your left hand to the floor. The palm of your right hand to the floor. And then let go. Heel down, hand down. Lift your hips, move the blocks aside, and notice the front surface of your body. Just notice. You may find a little tremble, which is the nervous system resetting, releasing past activity that it held. It's a survival mechanism. And then draw your knees to your chest. Release the low back, knees side to side. And you'll come up onto hands and knees. Put a blanket under your knees if you choose. If you need to pad your knees, set your blocks up at the top of your mat. And then you tuck your toes under. And you have the heels of your hands right under the front edge of your shoulder. And cat-cow, tuck your chin, round your back. Pause right there for a jiffy. Let your head be heavy and let it move a little from side to side. So tuck it more, tuck it more, tuck it more like you're loading an elastic band. And then when you let go, the chin comes forward, the heart comes forward, the head comes up. Wag your tail now, and let your head come up and wag your tail and feel that right to the sides of your throat. Pull the hands towards your knees and load that rubber band and then let go and it rounds down. And then it opens up. And so you're finding the full length of the back body and the full length of the front body. So this sequence is a little bit slower and a little bit bigger and a little bit juicier and a little bit steadier all at once. So find your way in and out. If you choose, when you round, press the tops of your feet flat, your hands away. As you arch, tuck your toes under, pull your hands towards your thighs. So begin to move the cat-cow right through your feet. We'll go for 10. Pulling your toes under, pulling your hands towards your toes. As you pull yourself in, you arch into the spine. As you press down and away, you lengthen the back of the body. 3, 2, 1. Pause, child's pose, lengthen it out, wag your tail. And start to feel that the front of you and the back of you is as long as the inside of you. That you have an interior space that's opening and you have an exterior container that's opening. Rise up to hands and knees, tuck your toes, press back down, dog. Walk your dog, wag your tail. The hips move side to side. So hands and knees is breath in, child's pose is breath out, and that's 3. Rising up, hands and knees, pressing back, down dog. Inhaling to hands and knees, long spine, and out to child. That's 2. Come on. To your dog. Hands, knees. And we'll meet in child. So the next time that you're in there, resting your body on your thighs, bring your hands back towards your heels. And then sweep your hands wide, lift your chest, you're kneeling, hands up high. Lift your chin and reach forward to child again, hands flat. Pull yourself forward through your arms, feet flat, cobra. Good, press back, down dog. You'll lead with your right foot to your right thumb, left knee to the floor, hands to your shoulders and hands up high. And then hands to your shoulders and hands to the floor. Step your left foot up. Hands up the backs of the legs, sweep wide, lift up, look up, heels down, and back down. Right foot leads, right knee to the floor, hands to your shoulders, hands up high. And hands down. Down dog. High plank to the floor. Child's pose. Good. Hands to your heels, reach up, lift up. And child, reach forward, tuck your chin. Pull forward, heart through your hands to cobra. And dog. Lead with your left foot. Left to the thumb. Right knee down, hands up high. And to the floor. Stepping up. Slide up the backs of your legs. Reach wide, look up, heels down. And reverse. Lead with the left. Stepping back, left knee down, hands up high. And fold to the floor. Stepping back, high plank to the floor. Child, press back. Hands to your heels, sweep up, inhale. Child's pose, forward. Pull forward, cobra. Down dog. Lead with the right. Left knee down. Hands to shoulders, hands up high. And folding, good. Left foot steps up, slide up the backs of the legs. It gets lighter, it's more familiar. Fold back down, right foot back. Right knee down. To the shoulders, to the sky. Less effort. Trust the postures. Down dog. High plank to the floor. To child. Hands to heels, hands up high. It's called a moon salute, a lunar salute. Fold. Slide through. Lighter. Easier. To dog. Lead with the left foot. Step to the thumb, right knee down, hands up high, lighter. Put it together, fold. Stepping up. Hands up the backs of the legs, reach up. And back down. Left foot leads. Knee to the floor. Inhale up. And exhale down, lighter. Step back, lighter. High plank, float to the floor. To child. Fold. And back. Reach up. Last set. All the way. Fold to child. You know where you're going. Pull to cobra. And float. And dog. Lead with the right foot. Left knee down. Hands to shoulders. Float up high. And let go. Fold to the floor. Step up. Reach up tall. Fold down. Right foot leads. Be quick. Be light. Let it go. Fall up to the shoulders and up to the sky. And fold to the floor. Down dog. To plank. To the floor. To child. Heels. Hands high. Child. Fold. Reach. To cobra. To dog. Lead left. Right knee down. Hands up high. And fold. Step up. Unfold. Reach wide. And down. Lead left. Knee down, hands to the shoulders, hands up high. And to the floor. Dog. Plank. Floor. Child. Stay child 3. Feel the momentum you've built. And in the momentum, let it get bigger and let it get steadier at the same time. You're gonna rise to hands and knees. Tops of your feet are flat. Bring the feet together, bring the knees together. Walk your hands a little bit forward. Little bend of the knees, look forward. Little bend of the elbows. Tiny chaturanga, back to child. Breath in is back. Breath out is forward. So going back. Draw your hands back if your wrists aren't under your elbows. As you come forward, hug your feet together. Hug your knees together. And pull your body. Use your legs to draw your chest. And it can be so small. Awesome. Lori, press the knuckle of your pointer finger into the floor. Yeah. And move from your knees. For 2. Good. 1. And child pose. Widen your knees. Toes together. Open it all and let it run through you. Just become so allowing. Allow the effort out of your body. Allow the holding yourself together to melt away. That you could fold further, not by forcing the fold, but by letting go of the tension of the effort. Let your breath be big into your back, wag your tail. Hands, knees, tuck, toes, down dog. Walk your dog, wag your tail. Notice a little more reach, a little more heat from your heart to your hands. Turn your chin and find your dog. And just reside for a moment. Notice if you need length in one side versus another. From the center of your hands, radiate to your fingertips and pull your fingertips towards the centers of your hands. Walk your feet to your hands. Good. And as you fold forward, a tiny bend in your knees. If your palms don't go to the floor, place blocks so that the floor comes up to you. And if you don't need, if you reach the floor, set your blocks forward. So we'll slide the hands up the legs, sweep wide, reach high. You're going to have a little bit of a ride there. Pause. Let it pass. Soften your knees, weight in your heels, down to the floor. Here's exhale. So palms are flat, either the floor or blocks. Upright. Good. This time, bend your knees, slide down until your spine is parallel to the floor and your hands. So find the position that you can with your hands, heels of the hands to the floor, seat a little deeper. Stephanie, bend your knees. Toes long, hands long. Good. This is exhale. Stand up. That's inhale. Keep your legs straight and fold down. This is exhale 1. Unfold. This time you'll bend your knees, spine parallel to the floor. Heels of the hands to the floor. Look a little forward. Deeper and unfold. Good. Fold down, legs straight. Unfold. Bend your knees. Deep bend. Hands to the floor or the blocks. Unfold. Good. We have 4 more. Fold. Unfold. So big bend in the knees. Hands down. Deeper, deeper. That's it. Nice. Unfold. Press your feet down to lift your heart. Fold down. Stay long. Unfolding. Bend your knees. Flatten your hands. Tail back. Look forward. Look forward. Now stand up. Look forward. Fold down. Look up. Unfold. Look forward. 2 more. Bend your knees. Hands to the floor. Tail back. Look forward. Bend it in and then press down. You're a spring. Fold. Last one. Look back. Unfold. Bend your knees. Last time. Fold. Tail back. coil in and then unfold. Hands down, no fold. Notice. So when we fold and unfold our energy, we get rid of what we're holding onto, how we're hesitating or how we're pushing forward. Just find the center of that flow. And feel it carry you. There's a momentum in your life. You're just attuning to it. Hands up. Oh, wag the tail, open it up a little higher, heart higher. Take that with you, folding down. Good. Step back. Down dog. Wagging tail. So now is the time to gather your blocks. You're going to have all the blocks up on the front top right side. You want 3 blocks on the top right side. And I'm just turning so you can see me. Turn your left heel in. And circle your hips around that left foot. So that the left hip is opening through the left low back, through the left outer shoulder. Your right knee is bent. You're using the ball of your right foot to steer, reverse your circle. Bend your knees as much as you need to. It's about your feet. It's about the left side ankle, left side hip, left side shoulder, how they're all connected right there. So keep your left foot glued to the floor. Step your right foot up to your right thumb. 3 blocks. I know, right? It's okay, Laura, we heard you cheat. Isn't it amazing to try to keep your foot on the floor? You gotta keep that, we just built that foot on the floor. So widen your foot a little bit. Yeah, a little more, do that again, perfect. So I have a block down, I have a second block down, and then put your top block on its side. Yeah, good. So we have this awesome landing pad. Bending the front knee, just find your warrior and we'll rinse it out. Front palm open, so the collarbone, throat opens, reach it up, take it back. Wag your tail, up and out. And come back through warrior 2. Elbow to thigh, take it over. Find that back heel, find that length. Give it a little turn of the head. Plug into your back heel, lengthen through the side body. Good, stand up tall, warrior 2. Bend the front knee a little more, drop in, turn the palm, and let it uncoil, take it back. Wag the tail, up and out, up and out. Now look to your left hand and turn it away from you. It won't leave this space. Don't lift it up. Right hand down to your right shin. Left hand is reaching back. Look up. So this is exhale. Reach through your left fingers. Lift yourself back up. Right hand high. Look to your right hand. Sweep out and down. Look to your left hand. That's exhale. Ha. Reach up and back. That's inhale. You got it, Lauren. Yeah. Reach forward. Good. Now, hand on block. So you're a little higher than usual. Bring your platform a little closer. Nice. Left hand up and over. Stephanie, plug into your feet and plug into the block tower. There, yes. And then hand to your hip. Look down. Hand up and over. Look up. So use the block. Make a little space inside and then look down as you sweep back. Up and over. One more time. You're going to take your hand to your hip, look down. Feel the reach of your hand all the way up behind your ear. Plug into your left heel and reach over and stay. So use your right hand down. And that turns the ribs and stand in your feet. Feel your heels, feel the length of your feet, feel out to the balls of your feet. And as you lengthen your feet, you'll scissor your thighs, and as you do, your navel strengthens, your chest revolves. Turn your chin down, turn your chin up. No tension in the neck or the face. Awesome. Ha. And left hand down. Look down, bend your left knee to the floor. Top of the back foot goes flat, and that sends your left hip a little bit forward, hands up high. Hold opposite elbows. Forward and back. Little shimmy. So the back foot will want to sickle, which will mean that the heel kicks out to the left and the toe to the right. So if you can square it off, and that you press the big toe down and the little toe down, and that creates a square front hip. That's it, that hip comes forward. Try to draw your hands apart, stay 3. Lift your elbows. 2, like you could lift the lining of your abdomen. All the way up, all the way up, all the way up. And then hands down, step back, down dog. Walking dog, wag the tail. Notice what you've made. Attend to the left hand to the floor, the left hip high, the left heel back and down. Just that left side body so long. Oh, good, good, good. Left foot steps to the left thumb. You'll build your beautiful tower of blocks. No, step back, my mistake. Turn your heel in and circle. So this is the place where you're plugging into the heel. So your heel turns in and you're circling. Stephanie, bring your feet towards your hands about 2.5 inches and see, yeah, right, you get more purchase on your foot. There, yeah. Perfect, perfect. Reverse your circle. Feel it open your shoulder and your ankle and your knee. And then from that heel, Lori, don't let it come up. Ready? Left foot, step to your left thumb. Keep that foot on the floor, build your block tower, and stand up tall. We're close. It's definitely better than the last one. And Stephanie's warmer now. This is what's important. We did it. We got warm. Bend the front knee. Turn your palm open and sweep it back. Right? Give a little wag of the tail. Loosen the grip of the pelvis so that it can align. And then warrior 2. Stay open through the front side. Elbow to thigh. Over the top. Now, if you lost your back heel, this is a great place to find it again. Yes, yes. Bend your front knee, Lori. Go, go, go. Yeah, that's the spot. So put the crown of your head towards me. That's Lori. Crown of your head towards me, so look out the window. And reverse. And reach back. Get a little taller. Your right hand faces away from the right thigh. Don't let it up. Left hand down to your shin. Yes. Hand back, don't let it up. That's it. Now reach into your right fingers to lift your left hand. Good. Reach the left hand, forward and down. Right hand doesn't move. Keep it low, keep it low, keep it low. 2 more like that. Inhale. Right fingertips and right heel. They're in charge. And sweep down. Last time. Yes. And then nice and slow, left hand to the block tower. If it needs to get taller, set it up. You have a little extra height and more support. So use that to go over the top. Look up under your armpit. And then look down to your left thumb, right hand to your right hip. All the way up and over. So the crown of your head is pointing forward the whole time. And then look down. As you reach over, plug into your back heel. Feel the space up behind your right ear. 1 more. Hand down, look down, press down. And from there, reach over the top and stay. Now, any tension, just turn your chin from shoulder to shoulder. And feel the spine begin to release. Heels down, balls of the feet down, toes open. Scissor the thighs. A breath. And then hand down, look down, right knee down. Back top of foot flat. So as you put the top of the foot flat, it squares your right hip. Hands up, hold opposite elbows. And come a little forward and a little back. And a little forward and a little back is so you don't get yourself stuck. If you're really at your edge, you can't find any adjustment. There's no control. So come up as high as you need to. Press the top of your right foot to the floor. And that pressing down sends your right hip forward. It's not about how deep I go. It's about finding an alignment of the shin into the floor, opening the front of the hip, and then elbows up. And now open the lining of your abdomen, up and up and up. And hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Walkie dog, feel the space you've made. Out through the shoulders, out through the chest. Good. If you need to, we're going to be on our knees for a second, folding up and down. So if you need to pad your knees, set yourself up with a blanket, or just come to hands and knees. As you fold your body to your thighs, right hand to your low back, palm faces away. Left hand, back of the hand to the body, palm facing away. So this is our breath out. Lift your hips, sweep wide, reach high. This is our breath in. And fold. So thumbs rotate down and up the back. Inhale, up, thumbs point back, hips come forward. Exhale. You start to walk your gaze a little higher up the wall in front of you, your hips a little forward, your heart a little high. As you bring your hands up your back, each time they come a little bit higher. They help each other so that you're opening the front of the chest, up under the jaw. One more just like that. Folding and unfolding. Good. Right hand only. Right hand high, thumb points back. Look left and fold your right hand a little higher on your spine. Left hand only. Thumb points back. Folding, left hand a little higher up the back. Right hand high. Good. Look left and fold your right hand back. Left hand high. Look right. One more each side. Reaching up and back. And folding down, look left. Hand a little higher. Left hand high, thumb back. Look right. Left hand a little higher. Ah. Good. Arms out in front, child's pose. 3. 2. And you'll come to your hands and knees and just turn right to your back, so the crown of your head toward the front of the mat. Just turn right over. And we're building a bridge. So you flushed out the front and back of the body. You opened the fronts of the hips and the thighs. Use that. One option is to build a supported bridge with the blocks the way that we did to start. So we will build that up 2 blocks. One in either hand, stand in your feet, lift your hips. Set your blocks on their edge with their bellies together. Little arch of the back. So you're sitting the backs of your hips into the floor. If you like, you may hold the outer edge of your mat. And imagine you're trying to pull the mat away from the back of your head. Tuck the shoulders under to lift the heart. Heels a little wider than toes. And this is the action, the hips supported, the arms extended, holding the mat, opening the elbows, lifting the heart. So that can be a perfect place to stay. If you have more space, stand in your heels, lift your hips, turn your blocks on their ends, resting the backs of your hips on that height. And again, holding the outside edge of the mat, try to pull it away from the back of your head. Firm your arms, press the backs of your arms into the floor, and use your breath to lengthen from your pubic bone to your navel, and from your navel up towards your solar plexus. So we're going to build a breath right here that we'll use at the end. The breath, the inhale is easy, fill from the throat, down toward the belly. And then on the exhale, from the pubis to navel and pause. And then from navel to solar plexus and pause. And then inhale. Pubis to navel, pause, firm your body. Exhale again, navel to solar plexus. Pause, firm your body, breathe in fully. 2 more. Exhale, pubis to navel, pause, firm your feet, even lift your hips a little. And then exhale again, up to the solar plexus. Firm, 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 firm. Now breathe in and let it in. You get taller and brighter. Last one. Exhale, 1 to the navel. Pause. Exhale, 2, solar plexus. Pause. Get it out, get it out, get it out. And inhale. Hands overhead. Good. Turn your palms to the ceiling. Step your right leg long, heel to the floor, toes draw back. Left hand holds your right wrist. Stand in your right leg. Opening through the front of your right hip, the right rib. Open and close your right toes. And as you open them with more intention, the arch of your foot lengthens, the back of your knee opens, and you bend your right knee, right foot flat, hands down and be pause and notice the right side, left side. Left leg straightens, left heel down, toes draw back, hands overhead. Right hand holds the left wrist. You've built it. There's no work in this posture except to press into the left heel. And standing, stabilizing the left side body allows the blocks to open your hips, allows the bind of your left wrist to open your chest. So you firm, open and close your left toes. And as you do, you're creating more awareness, more relationship with the action of your left foot. And then keep it wide open and open the arch of your left foot. And as you do, open the back of your left knee. And as you do, open the front of your left hip. Stand in your left body. Bend the left knee, left foot flat. Lift your hips, remove the blocks, and feel the front surface of your body. Keep your knees bent. If your low back is tight or a little cranky from that, widen your heels and let your knees fall in and down. But don't go anywhere. Just allow the whole front surface of your body to get bright. Heels wide, knees falling in. You can tuck your tail and press your low back flat to the floor. Press your low back and widen the back into the floor. Good. Interlace your fingers over your right knee, bring it to your chest. Left leg long, both feet flexed. And just 5 times. Left heel up and down. And this evens out the action of the front and the back of the low back and the low abdomen. Good. So any tension, any holding, let it out. And change sides. Left knee to chest, hand to shin, leg long. In and up, out and down. So you're making a neutrality. Good. Nearly there. Hands and knees turning right over. Knees together, feet flat, hips towards your heels. Rock forward, little bend. Grasp. Let it be very smooth. Only going as far forward as your body will support. Hug your knees together, hug your feet together, hug your thighs or pulling your heart back, bringing your body to your thighs. Use your navel, 1 more. So we're building this stability between hands and body and navel. Good, hands and knees. Bring your right elbow down with your thumb up. Your elbow is under your shoulder. Good. Left elbow under your shoulder, interlace your fingers, and the bottom finger needs to fit inside so that the pinkies are not one stacked on the other, but one in front of the other. Right? Does that make sense? Good. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, lift your knees. So press your elbows down, wrap your shoulder blades towards your spine, Walk your dog a little bit. Turn your chin, let your head float. Open the backs of your elbows, backs of your chest. And then bending your knees, lift your heels up high. You can see your heels. So bend your knees, lift your heels, walk your feet in a little closer. Bend your knees a little more. Press your elbows down into the floor. Elbows down, lift your head off the floor. Press your knuckles down. And let your upper back feel the weight of your body. Press your elbows down, float your head. So heels are high, knees as bent as they need to be, elbows pressed down, hands pressed down. That's option one. Bring your knees down. Keep your elbows on the floor and hips back. So that's option one. And if you can do that, that's a fantastic opening for your body. If you feel like you want to try more, you would lift, don't go anywhere, but you would lift your hips exactly the same build. But before you lift your knees, you put the crown of your head down to the floor. Pull your hands to the head. It's not quite the back of your head. Elbows down, lift your knees, walk your feet in. Elbows down. You don't have to lift your feet, or you can lift one or two, but you're not going anywhere until you can support an egg. Right? So you're not kicking up. You're knowing that you can make an egg, because the egg is what brings you up and down. So set yourself up. Elbows down into the floor. Either your head down. If the head is down, pull your hands to the back of your head, press your elbows down and lift your knees. If not, your head's off the floor, lift your knees. So we went there before, same thing. Elbows closer, Stephanie, elbows in. Elbows in. Now press your elbows down to lift your heart away from your head. Bring your knees closer. Bring one heel up. So if you're not putting your head on the floor, push your elbows down and float. Build strength through the upper back. If you're going one heel, you can do it with your head off the floor. But you're finding a way to get your heart higher than your head. Wherever you've gone, stay for two. If nothing else, child's pose with the elbows on the floor. Up and out of the shoulders, up and out of the head. And we meet. Bring your feet to the floor. Bring your knees to the floor. Turn yourself right over, knees bent, crown of the head towards the top of the mat. And pause. So we're reversing the effect of gravity on the body and on the blood flow. We're going to build a really soft shoulder stand, a modified shoulder stand. So bring your elbows down beside your ribs. As you bring your knees towards your chest, roll your hips off the floor and catch your hips in your hands. Walk a shoulder under, walk another. Your knees bent, keep it soft. Rest your hips in your hands. Lengthen the back of your neck. Keep it soft. Even in how soft it is, stretch the left leg up to the ceiling, let your right knee drop. So there's a little asymmetry, just feel it. Right leg straight, left knee drops. Oh. Inhale, change. Exhale, press. We made exactly this movement on our back as we began. So just changing one at a time, taking your time, allowing your nervous system to attend to the systems of your body. You can be upside down and you still function fine. 3. Good. Let it make you quiet. 2. And then just keeping the knees soft. Float your feet. Knees turn in, heels turn out. Feel the fluid drain from your calves. Feel it drain through the thighs. Feel the abdomen upside down. Knees to your chest. Hands to your hips, let it slide back down to the floor. Knees bend, feet flat, pause and notice. Just notice what you've made. The quiet that we're building. This is our home state. Whether our world turns upside down, whether it moves side to side, this is our home state. A bigger breath, fill the front surface, lengthen the torso, and roll over on your belly. Walk your hands back beside your thighs, and right back into the belly. Elbows in. Rest on your belly, look forward. So it's the opposite of being inverted. Tops of your feet point down, widen your feet, legs straight, and zip them together. Inhale, open. Exhale together, tuck your chin. Open. And to close, as your feet come together, hug your elbows towards each other. Hug your navel into your spine. And so embody, you're coming into the muscle, into the bone. We're no longer upside down, but we're clear. Go 3. Ha. As you open your legs, straighten more. Keep that straight. 1 more. Good. Feet together. Drop your thighs. Lift your heart. Elbows down. Heart high. And let your heart come up and through. Heels a little side to side. And let your heels fall wide. And as your heels widen, your toes turning in, feel your outer hips wrap forward. Your outer hips. So it's as though there's something wrapping your hip forward and your navel can drop up, but your heart still comes through. Outer thighs wrapping forward. And then your heels come in, and they pull towards each other. And as you do, the inner thighs, right where the inner thighs meet, the upper inner thighs roll down into the floor. And just feel that for a moment. And really hug the hips to the floor. Hug the heels towards each other. And the heart through. Right? Heels in, heels in, heels in. And now find neutral. So the inner thighs wrap down. Keep that. The outer hips wrap forward. Keep that. The legs still strong. Now there's virtually nothing in your hands. Widen your fingers. Lift your elbows. And the work is in the legs. Inner thighs down, outer hips forward, legs so strong, heart is open and free, face is clear. So this is your anchor, this is your base. Roll your belly down, draw your elbows back, float your hands, tuck your chin. Reach your right hand over to the left and back, and the left hand and back. So find your heels, heels towards each other, inner thighs down. Outer hips forward and down. So the legs are strong and they're your base, and from the legs you are reaching through the arms, drawing your shoulder blades to your spine. Good. And then 2 hands out. Inhale, exhale, back. Inhale, out, exhale, back. Navel to spine. Inhale, out, exhale, back. You can go out the mouth. Ha. 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 Ha, 2, ha, 1, draw your fingertips back, float your palms, just the fingertips, float your feet. Ha. Inner thighs down, outer hips down, float your hands, shoulder blades to the body, open your fingers, spread your toes. You're not clenching through the low back, your legs are your strength, your heart is high. Good, 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 good. Set it down, turn your head to one side, wag your tail. Wag your tail, let it go. Ah. 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 So to neutralize that, so we don't go home with any clenching in the low back, like a log, you're just going to roll right over where you are and bring your knees to your chest. Oh. Right, which is exactly what you want to do. You're like, oh, my back. Here we go, stretch it out. Oh, as though someone was sitting on your shins. So keep the shins where they are. Put your palms flat to the floor. And use your abdomen to pull your shins towards your body. Press your palms flat to the floor. Now keeping your feet together, press your heels to the ceiling. Take your hands overhead. Your palms face the ceiling. Flex your feet. This is inhale. Palms to the floor, knees bend. This is strong. This is exhale. So inhale, hands up, heels up. And exhale, bring it down. It's big. You're flushing new breath all the way through your body. Stand your heels on the ceiling. Open your hands, open your knees. And then rinse it all the way out. You have 3 more. 2. Good. Hands up, heels up. Widen your heels and then cross your inner thighs. Widen your heels, alternate cross. So inhale, open, exhale, cross. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Draw the low back into the body. Widen your arms to the sides. Keep your legs going. 3, 2, good. Flex your feet, bring your hands between your thighs, lift your head and shoulders, reach between your legs, flex your feet, hold the backs of your thighs. Keep hold of your thighs, roll your head, shoulders to the floor, roll your thighs back, and now roll your thighs into your hands. So your tail is lengthened, your legs are straightening, press into your heels. Bend your knees on inhale, press your thighs wider. Exhale, straighten. Back of the neck long. Inhale, bending. Knees wide. Exhale, pressing. 4. Rinsing all the way through the inner thigh, inner pelvis, low back wide. 2 more. Good, good, good. 1 more. Press, stay. Make it a little tremble. Keep your legs nice and strong. Keep that navel anchored into your body. You are firm. Now get your mind really settled and still. Just commit to a moment of stillness. How powerful you are. How vital you are. So things are going to get grippy and you're going to open. Open, no force, you're allowing. 1 more. And bend your knees. And bring them into your chest. And the last time, roll over, find your dog, walk your dog. And just feel the change from the first dog to the last. But that's what we came for. We came to know the inside and the outside. We came to lengthen what was short. We came to quiet what was busy. And be still. Letting the back of the neck lengthen, letting the shoulders broaden, resting in the base of your thumbs. Legs are long and the body steady. We finish in the belly, in the navel, in the sun, the way we began. Walk your feet forward. Sit down, legs out long, hands up high. Here's inhale. Half boat, hands back, float your feet. There's exhale. Good. Hands up high, bend your knees if you need to. Exhale. Ho! Inhale, higher. Exhale back. 3. You are drawing your energy from your navel up into your heart. 2. Good. 1 more. Do a little bend in your knees, pull your heart up, bring your hands down, your body forward. There's breath out, hands up high, there's breath in. And fold. And up. And fold. Stay. Walk your seat back if you've got space. Walk your elbows down. Let the legs be long. Let the toes be back. Let the spine be long. On the inhale, you float a little. On the exhale, you settle a little further. What else needs to leave? Last posture. And walk yourself up. Dandasana, staff pose. So we're going to finish with a 15-minute shavasana.
Because if we've done all this opening, we want to just let it run through us. There was a lot of action through the back and the mid-back, so I want to support that. If you have a bolster, firstly, get your layers on, get a blanket, get what you need so that when you stop, you feel warm and supported. Take one blanket. If you have 2 blankets, put one beneath you. Nico, do you have a spare? Okay. So one blanket opens just longer than you are. And that will support your spine and keep your spine warm. The second one is beside you to put over you if needed. Now, if you have a bolster, let's go with if you don't have a bolster. You're going to have a chair or a bench. So your chair, or if this was your couch, like any seated surface. And if see how my legs are higher than my knees and it creates this little pop, then I want to either use blocks or a blanket to make a little height so that my shins can come down. So my feet are resting on the back. My shins are supported, my thighs are long, my low back is resting. So that's if you don't have a bolster. If you have a bolster, you're going to bend your knees and use both of these like this. And you're putting it behind pushing. Yeah, so it won't. Under the backs of your knees so that it points towards you. And you have an equal amount of bolster under the calf as you do to the thigh. Now, if you're going to stay in Shavasana for 3 minutes, that would be cool. But if you have a little more, because we're staying longer, put a second so that it goes under the very back edge of your Achilles tendon. So I'm supported through the backs of my knees. If you don't have a second bolster, so that's a narrower pranayama bolster, roll your blanket so that your heels are off the floor. Now when you lie back, feel the support of your legs, the support of your heels. Tuck your shoulders under. And then just notice if there are any adjustments that you need to make. The first few breaths are full. You just start to allow the body to settle more and more. All the work you just did, trust this and let it hold you. Trust that you open the front of your body and the back.
inside and the outside. The kitchen. The kitchen. Feels supporting, feels good.
And as you rest here, any agitation that shows up, you just breathe into it. And let it go on the exhale.
trust it more. I am welcome here. Let any waves of relief at being so fully welcomed, let those waves of relief move through your body. All the ways I've held myself together are not needed. Will return by starting in the breath, and you'll return by breathing into the throat, and then the chest, and then the navel, and exhale in reverse, emptying navel, ribs, chest, throat. So inhaling from the top down, exhaling from the bottom. Let it get larger. pulling at the surface of your rib cage. Let it come from inside. Let the breath be vast internally rather than pulling the structure of your breath. So the inhale slides from the throat to the ribs to the belly, feeding the fire of your navel. Exhaling from the belly to the chest to the throat. The body stays completely supple, completely open, completely welcoming, so that the breath seems to pass into the arms and the legs and the hands and the feet and the mind. There's a smooth freedom to the size of your breathing. And give it one more full breath, just everywhere it wants to go. And all the way out. To come out, you just walk your feet, put your feet on the bolster, roll the bolster away, your feet flat to the floor. And your knees drop to the right. You turn to the right and just pause for a beat and re-inflate the back of your body. And gently come to a seat. You can fold your blanket or you can use a bolster. Just sit tall for a second. Because if we went out into the world as we are, we'd be driving at 8 miles an hour on the way home, smiling. So hands to the thighs. Feel the spine is clear and tall. You've done such beautiful work through your body this morning. So on the inhalation, you fill from the throat through the chest to the navel. On the exhale, the first half, empty from the pubis to the navel and pause. And then exhale again to the solar plexus and pause. And inhale from the throat down. Exhale, pubis to navel. Pause. Exhale to the solar plexus. All of it out. Pause. We're unfamiliar with that. Now let it in. And exhale, pubis to navel. Pause. Exhale again. Inhale 6 more. Exhale, pubis to navel. Pause, 2, 3, pause again, and inhale. Exhaling for 3, pause for 3, exhale for 3, pause for 3, inhale for 6. Out for 3 to the navel. Pause. Out again. Pause. In. And out. Pause. And out. Pause. And in. And out. Pause.
still again. Be still again. Release your breath, no control. Be effortless. This is our home state. This is where everything begins and everything ends, where everything's possible. This is where you and I are exactly the same. So when the world is busy or quiet, this state is available and we become more and more familiar. Give it the hint of a smile, and in this state is complete love. Just let it light up, just the slightest bit, the last minute right here, all this space, love. You are held in love, that you are provided for all day long. And in this space where I am the same as you, where you are the same, this space, we share this space, fill this space with love. Provide it to all of us. To your loves, to your pets, to your day. Provide that love to your future self, to your past self. That you are feeding something so important right here. Into the smile. Chest is full, navel is strong. Sweep wide. Palms together, thumbs to the forehead center, bring it in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, perfect peace right there. Navel is strong, heart is high, head is clear. Namaste. So those will be the bones of the practice of the sequence for December. We'll play with this, we'll get more familiar. But it is a great gift. Better. Use it well, come back for more, we'll get warm, we'll get cool, we'll get restful, we'll get strong. I'll see you in a week. Namaste.